Bob Seger started his music career in Detroit, Michigan in the 1960s, influenced by the city's vibrant rock and roll scene. Segar began performing in local bands like the Decibels and the Town Criers, gaining experience and building his reputation as a talented singer-songwriter. His breakthrough came in 1968 when he formed the Bob Seger System, which allowed him to explore his own musical direction. The band released their debut album, Ramblin Gamblin Man, in 1969, and the title track became Segar's first national hit. Segar's early music was heavily influenced by classic rock, rhythm and blues, and folk, creating a unique blend that resonated with American audiences. Despite his success with the Bob Seger System, Segar briefly stepped away from music to reassess his career direction after his initial fame. In the early 1970s, Bob Seger returned with a solo career and formed a new backing group called the Silver Bullet Band. This lineup change, combined with his focus on more personal and introspective songwriting, set the stage for his major breakthrough. Bob Seger's peak commercial success came in the mid-1970s, when his album Night Moves, 1976, propelled him to superstardom. The album's title track became one of his signature songs, and the album went multi-platinum, marking Seger's arrival as a major rock artist. Night Moves showcased Seger's shift towards a heartland rock sound, characterized by themes of nostalgia, love, and working-class life. The album was a critical and commercial triumph, helping Seger cross over to mainstream success. In 1978, Bob Seger released Stranger in Town, which solidified his status as one of America's most successful rock musicians. The album featured hit singles like Hollywood Nights, Still the Same, and Old Time Rock and Roll, the latter of which became one of Seger's most famous songs, especially after its use in the movie Risky Business. Throughout the late 1970s and early 1980s, Seger's albums regularly reached platinum status. His 1980 live album Nine Tonight and 1982's The Distance both enjoyed massive success, further cementing his legacy as a staple of American rock. Seger's ability to connect with audiences through heartfelt lyrics and his iconic raspy voice helped him maintain popularity throughout the 1980s. He continued to tour extensively, delivering memorable performances that kept his music relevant to new generations of fans. Bob Seger was born in Detroit, Michigan in 1945 and grew up surrounded by the influences of rock and R&B. His father was a musician, which helped fuel Seger's passion for music from an early age. Seger's working-class upbringing shaped the themes of his music, often focusing on the lives of everyday Americans. Throughout his career, Seger maintained a private life, avoiding much of the media attention that often accompanied rock stardom. He focused on his music, family, and friendships, particularly his longtime collaboration with the members of the Silver Bullet Band. The Silver Bullet Band, formed in 1974, included musicians like Chris Campbell, bass, and Alto Reed, saxophone, who were integral to Seger's sound. Alto Reed, whose real name was Tom Cartmel, became a fan favorite with his soulful saxophone solos and played with Seger for over 4 decades. Alto Reed passed away in December 2020 from colon cancer, marking a somber moment for the band. His death was deeply felt by Seger and the entire music community, as Reed had been a defining presence in the band's live performances and recordings. Bob Seger continues to perform and record music, although he has slowed down in recent years. His farewell tour, Ramblin Man, which concluded in 2019, was a celebration of his long and illustrious career, with Seger expressing gratitude to his loyal fan base and longtime bandmates.